Justin here. Just want to drop a quick video of how we essentially run our window cleaning business right out of a small one-car garage. Very small, as you can see, 2 bikes fill it up. But you don't need to necessarily have a huge warehouse or big corporate office to do really well for you and your family if you're starting off. We have created more of what we would call a lifestyle business. We like to travel, hang out with one another as much as possible, homeschool our kids, do all that. But we do it all out of this little area. And the front half's dedicated to motorcycles and lawn care. And then this back really just quarters dedicated to window cleaning. So our setup's pretty cool. So we don't haul these around. We make all of our water. We just hook it up, the spigot's in the corner over here, hook it right up. And then we fill this tank up with the purified water. And then that allows us to take 65 gallons of water with us so that we're not carrying that equipment around. This does a couple things. If we expand trucks, we can just get another tank, boom, operational, versus trying to buy another $5,000 system, which is nice. We don't use pure water all that much outside of higher windows or monthly or quarterly. Clients will use it on at times with the walnut scrubber, but we do a lot of trad work. Our poles are sitting here in the corner, our carbon fiber poles. This is just leftover stuff, tools, you know, our sign. We get our truck wrap next week, so we'll probably drop the sign, just use it on commercial work. Got to get a new one. That one's pretty beat up. I got a little cabinet over here. We keep everything in. Top shelf's just heavy equipment that we may need tools wise. I mean, lots of just chemicals, SH. It's kind of organized by, like, this is our sealant. We do a lot of concrete and deck sealing. So that's our sealing section, cleaning section, SH, window cleaning section. This is for our filtration. We're going to start just downstreaming most everything unless we're doing a roof. Just miscellaneous. So nice little cabinet here. It's probably like 5 foot by about 4 foot wide. Everything goes there. Then we got our window cleaning reel here. This is the 3/8 100 foot, and then we run a 100 foot of this here. So we get 200 foot to hook up to this and run our brushes. Water source, hook up to the client, fill our tanks up. Pressure washer, electric grill here, and then we're getting a new 5.5 gallon belt drive. It'll drop in right there. So that is our pump that we use for our pure water, so we can just pump our water to our poles through this system. 12-volt battery to run the electric reel and the pumps, and then this is going to be our downstream chem tank here, so to run our chemical out of. So surface cleaner up top, 30-foot ladder, and then a basic 13-foot ladder there. So anyhow, guys, we run I don't know, I would say we'll be well over 300,000 next season right out of this section here. Look how big it is. So don't go over the top. So when we first launched, we were wanting an office. I had a skid type build. I had a 12-foot enclosed trailer, V-nose, beautiful set, everything built out. But sometimes you can just do a little what I call overkill. And so what we were trying to do was make things simpler, but it ended up being more difficult. We were losing more equipment. It was just too big of a spread. So we tightened everything down, and this forced us to only use what we need. It also forced us not to offer a bunch of other random services. So that keeps us super streamlined. We only bring what we need, and we're not leaving tools on site. The inventory is very easy to manage, and we're not having to drag a bunch of equipment around to properties all over, because we serve 2 states, Kansas and Missouri. So we do have like a 45-minute one-way trip at times. Just dragging that trailer in and out of residential properties wasn't the thing. Shrinking everything down, managing it like this is way easier. And I just wanted to kind of highlight, like, you don't have to have, you know, this huge warehouse style setup. Like, we're running an amazing setup out of that. So this space here is all we use, and we're able to do plenty of money a year out of this. So don't convince yourself that you need all this fancy stuff. I mean, we do have fancy stuff. I mean, this pole here alone is $5 grand. You know, this is almost $3,500. It's not that we don't have fancy stuff. It's just we put our money to the fancy stuff that's actually going to create a return. Like the enclosed trailer, that's $5,000. We didn't need that. It wasn't producing any return. It was actually making things more difficult. So just as you're growing your business, it's not always like more and bigger is better. In fact, I think it slowed us down. So give us a comment, give us a like, guys. We'll keep bringing some more stuff like this as season settles down towards the end of the year too. I'll do a little bit more sit down and business review as well, so that you can kind of see the numbers and things like that. So love you all. Peace.